Hello everyone and welcome to my channel today. Today I am creating a project for the SNL design team, and it is for our 12 days of spring, and you are going to get 12 days of inspiration with different craft ideas, different things to do for spring, and so today is my opportunity to share with you, and I am going to be creating a wreath made from paper strips. And so I'm going through the products that I'm using here. I'm going to start with a wreath. I just picked up this straw wreath. It was just an inexpensive one they had on sale. It's about maybe 6 inches. I am using some buttons as some embellishments, some Prima flowers, or actually any variety of flowers will do. Some sharp tip scissors, and then a variety of pattern papers, and you can use scraps. This project is great for using up any scraps that you may have, and I have dug some of these papers out of my stash, and all of the papers I'm using are from an older collection from Pebbles, and it's called the From Me to You collection. And so I had that papers from that collection in my stash, and I thought this would be a great way to use those up. So what I am doing right now is I am just starting to cut strips, and you're just going to want to cut a variety of strips about 1.5 inches wide and 12 inches long. And then what I am doing, I am making this easy on myself and just running it through my Xyron. Now, if you don't have a Xyron, you could very easily use hot glue. You could use another type of adhesive to basically just hold those strips together. I just thought it would be quick and easy to run those through my Xyron, so I ran them through the Xyron so I could just adhere everything, you know, all at one time. So made it real quick and easy. And I've got this sped up for you because a lot of this is just repetition. And so I wanted to show you some of it so you get the idea, but didn't want to drag it out either. So right now I'm putting adhesive onto the back of the strips. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping our wreath with the strips. Okay, and I can't take credit for this. This is not my idea. I did find it on a blog on Pinterest, but I thought it was a fun idea to share for spring. I know everybody's into, you know, spring, getting ready for the nicer weather, and so I thought this would be fun to decorate your home, decorate your front door. You know, if it's protected from the weather, the elements, it's a great way to do it, and use up scraps to go as well. So what I'm doing is I am just wrapping the strips around, and you're just going to want to wrap them around the wreath. Important key here is to make sure that you match up the bottom first, the bottoms of the strip, and then adhere those, you know, going up towards the wreath. Because that is a way that you can make sure that everything are lined up correctly and that they match at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue that around the entire wreath until I get to the end. Okay, so I've got my wreath all wrapped here, and now what I am going to do is you're going to want to take your straight scissors, and you're going to want to cut some slits into those. We're just cutting in to make them look like flags, so you're just going to cut those in a V shape. Okay, and I'm going to go all the way around the whole wreath doing that to cut the little flags. And this actually was a very quick project. I want to say it took me maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. It did not take very long to do at all. So it's a real quick and easy project. Now here I was trying to decide which side I wanted to use because as it turns out, I didn't like the front as I was putting those on. I liked it better, you know, flipping it over. So you're just going to have to see what works for you. And I liked it better on this side, so I ended up going with what was actually the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and just put some flowers on there. I'm not a huge flower person, I'll be honest with you. I don't use a lot of flowers in my scrapbook pages and layouts, but I do have a lot of flowers. Now mine are all old. These are probably ones you can't even find anymore because, like I said, I'm not into flowers, so I don't buy them anymore. But I do have a lot in my stash. Several of these are from Prima. Which, you know, I do love. They're still very pretty flowers, and they work great for different crafts that I'm using, that I'm completing and working on, just like this wreath. They came in handy. So I'm just picking out a variety of flowers and also using some buttons. Some of these buttons are just in my stash. I do have a package of crepe paper buttons that are quite old that I haven't opened. So really everything here is pulling from my stash, which I love because I'm able to use up those products, excuse me, that are just sitting there that I may not be using for anything else. And so I'm using up some of my old flowers, a lot of my old buttons, and some old papers. And so it was just a fun project, and I felt like I was really making a dent in some of my older supplies. And so what I'm doing is I'm just adhering just a variety of buttons, flowers. You can really use any type of embellishments that you may want to put on yours. And some of my buttons are some older ones, I think from Basic Gray when I had some of those color buttons. And just little, doodads, little flowers that I'm just putting on here and there. And I even have some little picks that I'm going to be putting in just for interest, and you'll see those coming up. And so it's just a fun way to be able to use some of those supplies. And like I said, it was a very quick and easy project. I loved the colors and the papers that I chose. I thought it was very spring-like, and I don't know about you, but I am ready for some spring weather. I have the windows open right now because the weather's so nice outside. So it's just that time of year, and we're wanting to kind of start decorating and getting our homes ready for spring. And then what I thought would be fun is to go ahead and use up some of this, one of these gold word thickers that I have left. And I just dabbed a little bit of hot glue to the back of that word sticker and put that on the front of the wreath, and I thought it was just a nice finishing touch. And that is it. Very quick and easy project, and I'm going to go ahead and give you some close-up shots here. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope it was something maybe that inspired you. Very easy to do, and I hope it's something that you can use and enjoy. And please leave me some comments, and make sure you're checking out YouTube and the Facebook group because we have lots of fun projects coming up over our 12 days of spring. All right, and thanks again for watching. You have a wonderful day.